Hey guys, I wanted to come on here and talk about a topic that's been kind of it was we were talking about it in my bio class, and then I listened to a lot of motivational speaking, um, and it was also brought up there. So I was like, maybe I should talk about this. Well, it's about how genetic how we can genetically pass down um, things without knowing that we're doing. It's just, I guess, genetically just passed down, like worrying or like diabetes, um, and it could like skip generations, you know, uh, and but because somebody in our family has had it, we're prone to have it. So I kind of wanted to talk about like worrying or anxiousness and anxiety or that, because I've suffered from that, and I still kind of do, every now and then. Um, and we can pass that as mothers, we can pass that down to our kids, but that can also be passed down from like our grandparents, but also from like our fathers. Not even, you know, they don't even know it, but they can, it can be passed from them too. Um, we always look at the mothers because, well, we carry the kids most of the time, but fathers too, depending on what they were doing during that time, around that time, or can have a lot of effect to a kid. Um, but that can all be broken. Like, you can break that cycle, um, just by like taking care of yourself, and learning to undo that. And that's kind of how I'm dealing with that now, learning to undo, like, basically 15 years of what I thought or taught, or what was taught to me. Now I'm undoing that and learning the correct way about going through life, the correct way, or how I should be doing it. And it's hard, and confusing at times, but this past year has shown me a lot, especially in my faith. I've always felt out of place. Where do I fit? Where do I belong? When I was younger, we were always bounced around, living from place to place, family member to family member. My mom was in prison. My dad was never around, but we were always with my grandma, and it was hard. It was hard because when my mom would get upset, she'd come and take us from my grandma, and it was hard. So, like, all of those feelings, being worried, anxious, all of that, those start at a young age. So you learn to deal with those and problems and solution. It's like having solutions for those in negative ways, because you don't know how to deal with them but to like lash out or turn to, you know, negative things. But it can cause a burden on a person. And not knowing how to deal with that or those feelings can cause obesity, stress, depression, all of that. And you're just passing it along to your kids, and you're showing that to your kids, and they're showing it to their kids, and you're just adding to that cycle. So I wanted to break that cycle with my kids, with my generation. And I started you know, taking care of myself and being proactive, learning, reading, and try not to stress so much, but more so within this last year, putting my faith and pouring it all into God, and giving it all to Him. And I can honestly say that I do feel like a weight lifted off. I'm not saying that all my problems went away, but I know that my intentions, and as a mother, as a woman, me trying to do the right things, I knew that I had to start somewhere. So I put everything into my faith, and I can honestly say that without that, without my faith, without my family, my Life Point family, prayers, I don't think I would have gotten this far. And I can feel at times that yes, I'm breaking the cycle, and I'm showing my kids different. And it's because I want better for them. I want a better outcome, a better life for them. And I want them to know that there are better things out there than what I was shown or what I was taught. And that the cycle doesn't have to continue with this generation of anxiety, of depression, or the pattern of abuse, of, the non-stop partying, the drugs, the alcohol. None of that. The emptiness that you feel, I want them to know that there are other choices. And I just felt that it was kind of crazy that those two topics were both brought up on different days and totally different things that I was doing, but they were literally about the same thing. And I just felt that I had to share with you guys that you can break this cycle of emptiness that you're feeling. It all starts with you. It all starts with you wanting that and you wanting to make a change. It is coming. There's change happening everywhere. Everywhere we turn, especially nowadays, everything's changing. And we have to be on board. And we can either accept the change or we can stay the same and dwell in our little petal of emptiness and remain the same. But I don't want that for my kids. And that's why I chose to do something better for them. And that's just to start sharing videos about how I'm changing my life. And showing them different. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. I do have another video. I recorded another video, but I'm not going to share it with you guys just yet. I'm going to save that for a little bit later. But yeah, if you guys have any video ideas, or if you want me to do a video topic, let me know. But yeah, alrighty, thanks. You guys have a good night. Bye.